Hello and welcome back to Studio One. Now, we've all seen pictures of celebrity mums like Victoria Beckham and Kate Hudson who returned to work with slim figures soon after giving birth. But such a remarkable recovery is not possible for most women.
Unlike celebs, the average new mum takes 409 days to get her figure back after having a baby, but it doesn't stop them from trying, possibly at the expense of their own health and, of course, the baby's too.
Qualified midwife Andrea Tane-Waiakiri from LifeWorks Counselling is here to tell us more. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Right now, at least until, say, half a decade ago, women were just happy about being mothers and sort of they enjoy the whole experience of motherhood. But these days, all you can read in magazines, at least every edition, is being a yummy mummy, and they're so driven by this pressure of losing weight soon after pregnancy. Why is that so?
I agree that there is certainly a lot of pressure for the women of today to return to their pre-pregnant weight, and I find that it's a difficult and unrealistic goal to achieve in some of the short times that these women are putting against themselves, and I find it's very hard to escape this, whether they're in the shopping aisle getting groceries and they can't help but see it there on a magazine cover. And I think it's just part of the process that they need to feel better about themselves over a longer period of time rather than a shorter period of time.
Can I stick up for celebrity yummy mummies for a moment?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'll fight their corner. Girls have got your corner, don't worry about that. Because they're often blamed for this sort of pressure, if you like, but surely the pressure comes from a little closer to home in certain occasions, just going down to the local supermarket, doing the school run.
Absolutely, I agree, 100%. And often these celebrity women who return so quickly are under the pressure of just women like ourselves who will, make comments if they're seen to be not back to their pre-pregnant weight. Yeah. It's like they struggle to lose weight, and it's very sad. Yeah. And that they don't actually have that opportunity to enjoy themselves and enjoy their new role as a mother, really.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say are some of the biggest disadvantages of placing higher values on the way you look rather than your sort of sleeping habits, how well you're coping post-pregnancy, breastfeeding your child? How destructive can it be to not focus on these far more important issues?
Well, I think women need to, everything in balance, and it's hard to put things if they don't have the right amount of sleep, if they're not eating the right, nutritious food, to then go in and try and exercise or certainly go on fad diets. I think it can be dangerous, and I don't think it benefits anybody, not the mother, not the baby, and not that dynamic of a new family.
Is there, from a midwifery point of view, is there a rule as to when to get back into the gym after having given birth, or not really?
No, I think it's important that each woman maybe get some sort of medical clearance before they undertake any sort of vigorous exercise or diet. And certainly it again depends on what sort of delivery you've had, whether it's been an operation or if it's a normal delivery. And I don't think there's any set rule. I think everyone is an individual. Everyone gains weight and loses weight at their own pace. Yeah. So I don't think there's a set rule.
Each to their own.
Yeah, but the one thing that we cannot deny is women these days are so driven by external social media that they do feel pressure to lose weight straight after pregnancy. But as you mentioned, they should let themselves have their time before they actually go back to work out. So how can we change this attitude?
I think just accepting that it's normal, that it's actually normal not to be so slim and perfect post baby, and maybe our advertising people can look at the normal average woman rather than celebrity statuses and how they're doing, and encouraging women to feel good about themselves, not just physically but mentally. And
hey, what about the health impacts, if you like? So we talk a lot about the impacts on the mother, but what about the child as well? Because I suppose if a mother's stressed from the off about losing that baby weight, that can also impact on the child itself.
Certainly, and young babies can certainly pick up any sort of tension or anxiety from their mother. Yeah. And they could become fractious, they may not sleep. And so it's just the woman and her role in that whole family is quite pivotal, and I think obviously it plays out in how well the child or the baby reacts. And
well, also another thing that we need to take into consideration is that what works for one woman might not necessarily work for another. So I guess that's another thing that we need to really look forward to.
Yeah,
What is your take on that, Tom?
Well, exactly that. We've got some good advice. And I think the other thing is dads.
absolutely,
New dads. They need to play
be,
their role, don't they?
Yep, hands-on, and encourage their partners and their wives that they're doing a great job, and that
Empathise, consideration, all those words that come so naturally to me for some reason. I don't understand why.
And don't make them feel bad about the weight, Tom.
Thank you very much indeed for being with us.
Thank
Some great advice, and of course the links are up on our Facebook page right now, facebook.com/Studio One Live. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.